All right, so this is number six. Yes, so number six. And so here you give the two vertices, the co-vertices and the vertices. And so again, the first thing we're going to do is find our center, right? Make sure we stay on track. And so here we go. My HK, again, it doesn't matter which one you use. My HK, oops, my HK is going to equal to, I'm going to add, this is the midpoint formula, right? So I'm going to add, let's go with the vertices, 12, add those two, 12 and negative 6. That gives me 12 of minus 6 divided by 2. That's 12 minus 6 is 6, divided by 2 is 3. And then for the K, negative 9 plus negative 9, negative 9 plus negative 9 is that, divided by 2. That's negative 18 divided by 2 is negative 9. So that is my HK. So HK is doop, 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 3 comma negative 9. Good. All right. So now we got to find our A and B, which is just finding distance and then divide by 2. So let's find a distance for the vertices. Again, uh, we technically I've used distance formula, but I'm not going to use square sign because if you notice on the vertices, the y value is not changing; it's still negative 9. So all I'm going to do is just take the difference, just take the difference between those two x values, and that will give me the distance, right? And so that's going to give me. So for the vertices now, this is going to equal to 12 minus negative 6, all right? And that's what's going to be 18. Is that right? Yeah, 18. And that's 18. That's the distance. All right. 12. I'm not sure. Yeah, 18. Yes. uh, and then divided by 2. So my A value is going to be 18 divided by 2 equals 9. All right. So next thing I'm going to find out is that, all right. And so my B value now, I'm going to take the distance between these 2 points. Again, if I notice now, the X values are not changing. So it's going to be, I'm going to do the distance now. It's going to be minus 7 minus a negative 11. And that's going to give me negative 7 plus 11. That is a 4. So my distance is 4, right? And so my B value is going to be 4 divided by 2. All right, so this is equal to 4. And so my B value is 2. So B is 2. A is 9. Okay, good. Now I've got to figure out which way is this ellipse orienting. Is it a horizontal or a vertical? Well, let's look at the vertices. Let's look at the vertices and see what's happening here. The y values are not changing. Only the x values. So that tells me now that is a horizontal line. So that is the major axis. So therefore, I'm going to have a horizontal asymptote. All right. So therefore, I'm going to have x minus 3 squared over 81 plus y plus 9 squared over 4, and that is equal to 1. Okay. All right, so that was number 6. Number 7 is very similar. All right, number 7 is very similar. Let's look at what we have here. 8, okay, you're given the foci. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to do, they're the same, similar problems, but I'm going to do number 9. Because number 9 has this, it's weird how they set it up, which is very interesting. All right. So let's do number 9. All right. So let's find. So we'll do number 9. I need some space. So here we go. My HK, again, stay in order. My HK, all right, is my center. So that's going to be 15 add the x value plus -7 divided by 2. That's going to be 8 divided by 2. That's 4. So my h is 4. Now we're going to have 3 plus 3 divided by 2 for the y values, and that's going to be 6 divided by 2 is 3. So that is 3. So that's my center. Good. Okay, now I can find my A. Right. So let's find our A's and B. Well, to find the A, I'm going to take the distance between those 2 points. Well, the y value is not changing. So I'm just going to subtract 15 minus 7. All right. And so my distance is going to be 15 minus -7. That gives me 22 divided by 2 is 11. Okay. So, let's, okay, that's 22. Then my A now, my A value is going to be 22 divided by 2, which is 11. So my A value is 11. All righty. How do I find my B value? Well, I'm going to end up using the equation c squared equals a squared minus b squared. So let me find this. All right, let's do that. Well, you're given the foci and they combine the foci. So let's expand that. I like the way they did this one. Okay, let's expand this. All right, what do we have? We have 4 plus square root of 21, comma 3. And the other one is 4 minus square root of 21, and that's comma 3. So those are the two. Okay. So let's find the distance between those 2 points and divide by 2. So again, if you notice, all right, the 3 is not changing the y value. So I'm going to just subtract the 2 x values, right? So that's kind of tricky. But this is where, okay, so I'm going to have 4 plus square root of 21. Now this we got to be careful now. Minus, right, 4. But when I minus, this negative sign is going to be positive now. That becomes positive 21. See that? Now the 4 cancels out. And I'm left with 2 square root of 21. So that's the distance between the 2 endpoints of the foci. All right. So therefore, the foci C now is going to equal to 2 square root of 21 divided by 2. That's my C now. So let's use the equation C squared is equal to A squared minus B squared. All right, here we go. So C squared is equal to A squared minus B squared. Now to find B squared, I'm just going to rearrange the equation. I'm going to write this as B squared is equal to A squared minus C squared. My A squared is 11. That's going to be squared. That's 121. C squared. If I square my C now, my C is right here. Right here. If I square that, that gives me 21. Therefore, therefore, B is going to equal to 100. No, B squared equals to 100. Therefore, B is going to equal to, this implies B is going to equal to 10. All right, see that? B is equal to 10. All right, so now I have my A and B, okay? So B is 10, but now which way is the ellipse going to orient? Vertical or horizontally? Well, let's look at it. Let's look at the vertices. That's the major axis right here. The y values are not changing, only the x values. So that is a horizontal line. So I'm going to have a horizontal asymptote. All right. So therefore, I can write my answer. Let me get some space now. I can write my answer as x minus 4 squared over 121 plus y minus 3 squared over 100, and that is equal to 1. Okay. All right. All right, guys. So that's all I want to do. Let's see. For the evening, you're given, yeah. Again, these are very similar. You're given the length of the number 12. Look at number 12. You're given the length of the minor axis. So therefore, B is 8. And you find the foci. Just find C, right? Find the length here between the 2 points, and then divide by 2, and that gives you the C value. And then use the same equation to find the A value. All right. Okay, so that's it, guys. I will post a key on Canvas so you guys can look at it. All right.